Hello, and you are watching a changelog discussion video for the month of October 2020. In front of you, you can see the changelog has been brought up. You can always access this by clicking on the Read Changelog button inside the app. One of the new big additions to SEO Content Machine for the article creator is if you have a Article Forge account, you can now use Article Forge API to generate and download content. So to enable this, we click on the toggle button, and our options are to set how many articles you want to generate per keyword. Now, when you enable Article Forge, the top setting here with the generate article settings applies. So what SEO Content Machine next will do is go to Article Forge, download the articles, as many as requested per keyword. Then it will also go to Google and download some search results. Now, if you only want to use Article Forge, set search results to 0, and your paragraph count, paragraph variations, and the number of articles you want to create, these settings all still valid. If, however, you want the best of both worlds, you can add some search results, and this will be mixed in with your Article Forge content. With the number of content inserts that keep getting added to the program, it became a little bit difficult to find all the inserts just by looking at the UI. As you can see here, I'm scrolling down, there's a couple of inserts. Now on the left hand side, there is a content inserts menu. So you can look on the left hand side and get a very quick overview of all the inserts that you can use. And by clicking on any of these text links, it brings you directly to the insert. So if I go to JavaScript, you can see it's navigated me to the JavaScript box, so I can enable that. If I want to go back to questions and answers, I can click on that and it'll bring me back up to questions and answers, and it solves the problem of you having to scroll a list. And this is more acute of an issue when you have multiple inserts. As you can see, if I enable more inserts, the scrolling just keeps going down. So it's a lot easier just to click on the text links on the left hand side to bring you to the section that you need to go quickly. For those of you who use the upload post tool, you'll know that SEO Content Machine will post to your WordPress blog using either Johnson API or the older XML RPC. So by default, it used to always hit the Johnson API first, then go to XML RPC. This incurs a slight time cost, as blogs that you don't install the JSON API, it has to error out first, then time out before going to XML RPC. If you know you're going to use one or the other, you can actually go down to the settings, and if you scroll down the post uploaded settings, there's a box here that says use WordPress XML RPC first. Now if I put a 1 in this box, it's going to ignore the Johnson API and go to the XML RPC first, and if that fails, then it'll fall back to Johnson API. So if you have hundreds of blogs and you don't want to install the API plugin, you can just flip this 0 to a 1 and always hit the XML RPC first. Now this is a change for those of you who are using the image scraping tool. You'll find that there's a new checkbox that's been added under the search box. It says find all Creative Commons. If you click on this, what it'll do is actually go through all the image sources that SEO Content Machine Next knows about and finds only images that have a free license to them. Now the downside of this is for some very long tail keywords, you're not going to get a lot of very relevant images. By using this interface, it'll actually show you all the images it can find, and you can select the ones that are relevant and copy and paste those either URLs or the actual images into other tasks, such as the create article task, which allows you to paste in a bunch of images. Here is a pretty big major feature addition for those of you who are using SEO Content Machine Next for local search SEO. Now if you go to create an article, you'll notice that next to your region and your language setting, there's actually a UULE parameter, i.e. a canonical location box that's been added. So if you need to find content very specific to a location, not just a country, this is the box that you need to use to find that content. So for example, if I set my region to Australia, then I only want to find content for a particular region in Australia, such as Melbourne. What I'll need to do is type in Melbourne in the box. I don't need to type the full thing out because you'll see that it pops up a list of known matches. Melbourne, Victoria, that's the one I want. There are other Melbournes around the world. So I click on the location I want. Once I've clicked on that, it's going to paste that and put it into the box. Now when you run this task and look at the task window, you see that all the search results being pulled up. You'll find that there will be sites ranking to Melbourne, Victoria. For those of you that are using the YouTube, and if I go to videos and turn it on, you notice now that there's a video insert string. So what this means is that you can customize exactly how the iframe looks when it's inserted into your articles. Finally, to round up this changelog, there is a new content insert type, which is known as news. So the news item here, you'll notice that I'm able to insert topic relevant news into my article, and you can actually customize whether it uses your article keyword or you can set a different primary keyword. The HTML used to insert the news item is available here, so feel free to edit that. The valid macros are also listed at the bottom. This rounds up the changes for October 2020. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below. Otherwise, you can always email me info@seocontentmachine.com.